And we're live. What up, guys? It's Rambo checking in. Vlog number 2 today. We're going to talk about a little bit of nutrition today. Just going to take you through what my kitchen has, and we'll talk a little bit about calculating macros, calculating calories, what type of foods to eat, and basically living the lifestyle five days a week, if not 7 days a week. So let's go. All right. So let's start over here. As you can see, sweet potato, eggs, flaxseed oil, bit of fiber. Got a mountain of veggies, got my vitamins in the back. Vitamin C, fish oil, multi, bit of spices as well. Okay, moving on, chicken breast, mince, some more pre-packaged stuff with the veggies. Got some natural peanut butter, which is a must if you're a lifter. Got some green tea, oats, almonds, hell of a lot of tuna, some casein protein, WPI for that post-workout. Got a few bits of fruit here and there, which is always changing, scale, and a grill. So, you might notice that a couple of things out of all these foods. Number one, there's plenty of sources of protein in there. So you've got two types of protein powder. You've got mince, you've got chicken breast, you've got all sorts of things. You've got your tuna as well. You've got carbohydrate sources. So you've got your sweet potato, for instance, your veggies, and also inclusive of fiber. Fiber being a type of carbohydrate, or more so a micronutrient, which is directly related to carbs. And you've also got your fats as well. So anywhere from the fish oils to the tuna, to the almonds, to the natural peanut butter, and so on. So today, we're really just going to be talking about how to calculate your macros, how to calculate your calorie intake as well. So whether you're in a calorie surplus or deficit is directly in line and related to your goals. So first and foremost, the first thing that I like to use is www.freedieting.com. Basically, it's an online nutritional calculator. The reason why I use that is purely and simply because of calculating my calorie intake for my specific age, weight, and height. Now, basically, that's going to, let's say hypothetically, I decide that my maintenance calories are 2,500 according to this calculator. Now, if I wanted to be in a deficit in order to go on a cut, for instance, I might drop those calories in a deficit of 500 calories. So, hypothetical situation again, I'd be at 2,000 calories intake per day. Now, the most important thing, and this, I'm going to say this as a disclaimer at the start of this before I go on, is that this is a very generic, general guide, which most people actually won't really sort of understand very well. But it is definitely a start. It is a little bit of information. Do go and do your own research, try your own things, but hopefully this helps out in some way, shape, or form. Now, the most common split, I'd say, for calories is 40-40-20. What does that stand for? So carbs, protein, fat. Their ratios in terms of percentage. So 40% of your calorie intake should be carbs, 40% should be protein, and 20% fats. So if you take 40% of 2,000 calories, that's 800 calories. Now, another thing to understand is that your carbohydrates and protein are 4 calories per gram, and 1 gram of fats is 9 calories per gram. So if we've got 800 calories to spare for both protein and carbs, we'll hit two birds with one stone here. You're basically looking at 800 divided by 4, and that will tell you how many grams that you've basically got to put towards carbs and to put towards protein. So 800 calories divided by 4 calories per gram will give you how many grams. So you've got 800 divided by 4, so that tells me that I need to be consuming 200 grams of carbs and 200 grams of protein. And basically that's filled up 1,600 calories out of my my 2,000 that I've decided to allot for my cut. Now that basically leaves me with 400 calories left. Now divide that by 9, because like we said, fats are 9 calories per gram, and that will give you your total intake of fats per day, and that will round off your calories to 2,000 calories per day. So basically that's the ratios that are explained. Some people use higher ratios where they'll drop their carbs and increase their protein, for instance. Some people will also use things like lowering their fat intake, which basically will give you less calories, because every gram of fats is a lot more dense in terms of their calorie value. But either way, I'm a strong believer in terms of every single macronutrient has its place in your diet. Don't ever cut anything out. Not to say that I disagree with ketogenic diets, but I do believe in things like glycogen going into your muscle. I do believe in carbohydrates as a fuel source. I do believe that fats help your natural testosterone and hormone production. So having a balanced and healthy diet, and as you can see, I've got a large variety and a range and selection of food choices. Do you have to eat these specific foods? Not necessarily. I'm a big believer in flexible dieting, IIFYM, if it fits your macros. I just find that these foods are not too dense in calories per serve, so that I can actually eat a larger volume of food, so physical amounts of food. There you go again. That's probably, I'd say, my week's worth of intake. I know that my issue is that I like to eat a lot of food. I have a large appetite, so hence why a lot of veggies in there, a lot of sweet potatoes in there, a lot of lean chicken breasts, lean protein sources. I do recommend at least a handful of veggies a day, or 3 whole veggies and 2 pieces of fruit. Usually I actually include bananas because I'm sick for bananas. I love them. So that's basically in a nutshell what I do. I do prepare my meals for the week. I do freeze package them. They're absolutely fine to eat. And like I said, I do actually have a large variety of all my macronutrients. With my fiber and my multivitamins, I do make sure that I get my micronutrients in, which is quite important. Fish oils for your joints and general health and well-being as well. So I hope that does help. If you've got any questions, do feel free to comment. Like I said, very generic guide, but I do hope that it is at least a start. And do follow me on Instagram. I'll post in the comments section down the bottom the direct link to my profile. And stay tuned. Thanks for tuning into this vlog, and hopefully many more to come, guys. One last look. There it is, the week's worth. It's all measured, all prepared, ready to go for another week. Thanks, guys.